Yo, what is going on, guys? Today I'm just gonna be talking about Chapter 1, Season 5, aka the new season. So, it's gonna start off the bat, like and sub, all that stuff. So, as you guys know, the rocket event that happened in Season 5, and at the end of the trailer for the launch trailer, at the end of that, there was like a huge crack in the sky, and that crack in the sky, it isn't from the rocket, but it's from the time machine. If that makes sense. Because the reason why we're going back to chapter 5, or what's it called, or chapter 1, is because of that crack. And as you guys know, like the Durburger head and Tomato head, in season 5 they all got rifted. All of them got rifted. But for us, they got rifted to us in the future. But for them, in the chapter 1, they got rifted in the past, or in a different dimension. But we're in the same dimension, but we're in a parallel universe. I don't even know if that made sense, but so remember like how the Durburger head was in like the California desert? It was in like 20, no, not 2019. I think, yeah, 2018. Um, how the Durburger head was in like 2018, and in parallel universes, it's the same thing. But before now, it would be the same map, the same events, but something slight changes. But we were shown a different universe, or a different parallel universe, for the one that we're in. Because the one that we're in, the Durburger head got rifted into Frenzy Fields. It didn't get rifted into the California desert. It got rifted into Frenzy. So, off of that topic, just to make your mind think a little. But now we're gonna have the 7 back, but they're not gonna have any memory whatsoever of everything that happened, like how they had to fight the IO in chapter 3 season 1, I think. No, chapter 3 season 2. They're not gonna have any memory of the chapter 3 map where they live. Or maybe they will, I'm not sure, because I'm pretty sure they live on the ice moon in chapter 1. Oh no, yeah, that's right, they lived on the flip side in chapter 1. Yeah, they live on the flip side, because the chapter 2 island is a chapter 1 island, but it's just mixed, if that makes sense. Oh, but yeah, like I said, we're gonna have the Foundation, Paradigm, Scientist, Visitor. We're gonna have all of them back, but they're not gonna have any memory from like chapter 2 and above. So they're not gonna know that they're friends with like Agent Jones, and they're just gonna think that they're enemies, because they became friends in chapter 2 season 5, which is when Agent Jones like threw that rift thing in a 0 point. And speaking about 0 point, we're gonna have 2 0 points, because we have the 0 point that's on this map. It's like somewhere like right here, maybe, I'm not sure, just like right there. And we're also gonna have the 0 point in chapter 1, and that 0 point was under Loot Lake, so that can't be any good, having 2 0 points. And as you know, the 0 point is like one of the strongest things in the world, or at least in the Fortnite universe. So the other thing is we're not being teleported directly into chapter 1. We're going to be teleported into a parallel universe, because if we're teleported directly into chapter 1, in chapter 1, like 4 or 5 years ago, whenever that was, we would have parts of the chapter 4 island, but we didn't have parts of the chapter 4 island. Because if you compare the chapter 1 map to this map, none of the areas look the same. So we're gonna have parts of the, what's it called, we're gonna have parts of the chapter 4 island in the chapter 1 island. But back then, when we were playing chapter 1, we didn't have parts of chapter 4. So we're going to go into a parallel universe of chapter 1. And that's where the crack in the sky starts, because that crack in the sky is going to lead us into chapter 1. Other thing that happened in chapter 5, or no, chapter 1, was the cube. And the cube, as you know, we basically defeat the Cube Queen. Not really, because like she still exists. But now we're gonna have another Cube Queen. The chapter 1. Then we're gonna have Kevin the Cube. In chapter 1, Kevin. So it's just like trippy, because history is repeating itself. For chapter 1, like the actual map, it's the future, but for us it's the past. So the past is the future and the future is the past. If that makes sense. It's basically the beginning of the end, because in time travel you're not supposed to like touch anything or do anything like really, like, what's the word, like really like that big, or else it's gonna mess up the whole entire universe. We know everything that's gonna happen, all the events that happen in chapter 1. But if we stop them, that's gonna be bad, because then we're never gonna have the chapter 2 island. If we never have the chapter 2 island, that means we're never gonna have the end event for the chapter 3 island. But that means we're never gonna have the end event for chapter 4, which means we're never gonna have chapter 5 or chapter 4, which means we're never gonna go back to chapter 1. It's basically, it's the beginning of the end, if that makes sense. It's just like weird how like Fortnite works, but it's crazy as well. It opens your mind and that stuff. And I know I'm kind of repeating it, but in this universe, the universe that we're gonna go to, we don't know if the Cube Queen's gonna arrive early or anything like that. Probably not, because I think Kevin was like a spy basically for the chapter 1. So we're gonna have like the butterfly event. We're gonna have all the events, but it's gonna be rapid. As you know, it's like a new season every week, basically. It's gonna be a 1-month season, and the end event happened to season 10, which was named Out of Time. But this season, I think it's gonna be named like Into Time or something like that, like Blast of the Past. I don't know, just anything. But that's when we met. That's when we first met all of the 7 members. They're not really met, but that's when we saw the 7. When like we saw like little rockets with the meteor, and that's when he got put into the black hole, when the meteor and the rocket and all that stuff got put into the black hole. So I don't know what's gonna happen from then, but basically we're just gonna go into a parallel universe. We're gonna have the 7 back, but they're not gonna know as much as we know. It's just like it opens your mind. We're gonna have 2 0 points. It's gonna be a crazy season. Alright, it's gonna be the end of the video, guys. Hope you guys like this content. If you do, you should subscribe. Leave a comment down below what you think of this. I'll probably make another video on you guys' ideas. But yeah, bye.